By now, we've already met some of Malaysia's biggest food stars: nasi lemak, roti canai, curry laksa, beef rendang, satay, and quite a few others. But Malaysian food does not end with big plates of rice, rich curries, and grilled meat. Not even close. Some dishes arrive wrapped in leaves. One comes with a name that sounds much stranger than the ingredients actually are. Later, we'll reach a breakfast combination that may seem slightly odd until you taste it. And we'll finish with a dessert containing green noodles, because apparently ordinary ice cream was not adventurous enough. So in this final part, we're looking at 5 more Malaysian foods worth knowing. We begin with bold fried noodles, move on to a deeply herbal pork soup, open a fragrant fish parcel, stop for breakfast, and finally cool everything down with cendol. Let's start with a dish that puts almost everything it can find into one wok. Our first dish is Mee Goreng Mamak, a Malaysian Indian Muslim noodle dish that has absolutely no interest in being subtle. Yellow noodles are stir-fried with egg, tofu, vegetables, potatoes, chili, tomato-based sauce, soy sauce, and sometimes chicken, shrimp, or squid. Yes, potatoes and noodles are on the same plate. That may sound like someone forgot to choose between 2 carbohydrates, but the potatoes actually work surprisingly well. They absorb the sauce, become soft and flavorful, and contrast with the firmer noodles and crisp vegetables. There is a lot happening in every bite. One forkful may taste sweet and savory. The next may bring more chili, tomato, or soy. Then you reach a piece of tofu or potato that has soaked up enough sauce to become a small flavor sponge. A squeeze of lime is important here. Without it, the dish can feel quite heavy. The acidity cuts through the rich sauce and wakes everything up again. Choose Mee Goreng Mamak if you like fried noodles with plenty of sauce and several flavors arriving at once. Expect chili, tomato, soy, lime, firm noodles, soft potatoes, and enough variety to make every forkful slightly different. Next, we move from a crowded plate of noodles to a soup whose name may send you in completely the wrong direction. Our second dish is Bak Kut Teh. The name roughly translates as meat bone tea, so naturally, you might expect a soup containing tea. Usually, it does not. Instead, Bak Kut Teh is made with pork ribs slowly cooked in a broth containing garlic, soy sauce, herbs, and spices. Tea is often served alongside the dish, which helps explain the name, although that does not make it much less confusing the first time you hear it. The broth can taste very different depending on where you order it. Some versions are dark, deeply herbal, and have an aroma that may remind you of traditional medicine. That description may not sound especially tempting, but the flavor can be rich, warming, and surprisingly comforting. Other versions are lighter, clearer, and much more peppery, with garlic playing a bigger role. There is even a dry version, where the ribs arrive coated in a thick, concentrated sauce instead of sitting in soup. This is also one of those dishes people can argue about for much longer than seems reasonable. Some want the broth almost black and intensely herbal. Others prefer it pale, peppery, and full of garlic. I would probably avoid joining that debate until I had tried both versions. Choose Bak Kut Teh if you enjoy slow-cooked ribs and broths with a strong personality. Expect tender pork, soy sauce, garlic, warm spices, and a herbal flavor that stays around for quite a while. Our next dish is smaller, wrapped in a leaf, and comes with a name that needs a little explanation. Number 3 is Otak-otak. This dish is a useful reminder that some of Malaysia's most interesting food does not arrive in a large bowl or on a carefully arranged plate. Otak-otak is made by mixing fish with chili, coconut milk, herbs, and other aromatic ingredients. The mixture is wrapped in banana or palm leaves, then grilled or steamed. Opening the parcel is part of the experience. As you pull back the leaf, steam and warm aromas escape before you have even taken a bite. It is one of those rare moments when food packaging actually improves the meal. The texture depends on how it is prepared. Some versions are soft and springy, a little like a fish cake. Others are smoother and closer to a savory custard. The leaf is not only there to hold everything together. It protects the fish while it cooks and adds a light, earthy aroma, especially when the parcel is grilled. Now for the name. Otak means brain, but there is no need to quietly put the menu back down. The name refers to the soft appearance and texture, not the ingredients. Choose Otak-otak if you enjoy fish cakes or want a smaller dish with coconut, chili, and plenty of aroma. Expect soft seasoned fish, fresh herbs, a little heat, and a gentle smoky flavor from the leaf. After noodles, ribs, and fish, we're going to breakfast. And this next combination may look as though 2 different meals accidentally landed on the same table. Number 4 is kaya toast, which brings us to the sweeter and calmer side of Malaysian food. Thin slices of toast are spread with butter and kaya, a coconut and egg jam flavored with pandan. The toast is crisp, the butter is rich, the kaya is sweet, creamy, and fragrant. So far, everything sounds like a fairly normal sweet breakfast. Then the soft-boiled eggs arrive. They are usually seasoned with soy sauce and white pepper, creating a savory side dish that does not seem like an obvious partner for sweet coconut toast. At first, it may feel as if breakfast cannot decide what it wants to be. But once you alternate between the two, the combination begins to make sense. The toast brings sweetness and crunch, while the eggs add salt, warmth, and a mild peppery bite. Some people dip the toast into the eggs, which makes the whole thing even richer and a little messier. Keep a napkin nearby and pretend that was always the plan. Add coffee or teh tarik, and you have a classic kopitiam-style breakfast. Choose kaya toast if you like sweet breakfasts but still want something savory alongside them. Expect crisp toast, cold butter, coconut custard, fragrant pandan, and softly seasoned eggs. And now we have reached the final dish in the series. After curry, chili, garlic, smoke, and 15 different reasons to become hungry, it is finally time to cool down. Our final dish is Cendol. This dessert usually combines shaved ice, coconut milk, palm sugar syrup, and soft green noodles made from rice flour and flavored with pandan. Yes, green noodles in a dessert. By this point in the video, that may not even sound particularly unusual anymore. The noodles are not firm or chewy like the ones in Mee Goreng Mamak. They are soft, slippery, and slightly jelly-like. That texture can be surprising if you are expecting an ordinary bowl of shaved ice. Your first spoonful contains ice, coconut milk, syrup, and something that moves around as if it has plans of its own. Depending on where you order it, Cendol may also include red beans, sweet corn, sticky rice, or other toppings. The flavor that really holds everything together is gula melaka, a dark palm sugar with a deep, almost smoky caramel taste. Mixed with coconut milk, it becomes rich and creamy. The melting ice keeps it refreshing and stops the sweetness from becoming too heavy. It is cold, messy, slightly strange, and probably not designed to be eaten slowly on a hot day. Choose Cendol when you want something cooling after spicy food. Expect coconut, pandan, shaved ice, deep caramel sweetness, and those soft green noodles that make the dessert look almost as unusual as it tastes. These 5 dishes show just how many directions Malaysian food can take. Mee Goreng Mamak gives you bold, saucy noodles with potatoes hiding among them. Bak Kut Teh brings slow-cooked pork and a broth that can be herbal, peppery, or somewhere in between. Otak-otak wraps spiced fish inside a fragrant leaf. Kaya toast proves that sweet coconut jam and savory eggs can share a breakfast table without starting an argument. And Cendol finishes everything with coconut milk, palm sugar, ice, and green noodles, which is certainly one way to make dessert memorable. If I had to choose the easiest dish to begin with, I would probably go for kaya toast or Mee Goreng Mamak. If I wanted something less familiar, Otak-otak would be high on the list. And after a spicy meal, I suspect Cendol would suddenly look like the best idea anyone had all day. Across these 3 videos, we have explored 15 Malaysian foods. That is enough to make a restaurant menu feel less intimidating, but it is still only a first look. So the next time you see nasi lemak, rendang, otak-otak, or cendol on a menu, you will at least know what may be heading toward your table. Whether you are brave enough to order the herbal Bak Kut Teh or the dessert with green noodles is now entirely up to you.